and 24 degrees. Not bad. We have been higher. Weatherman said 22 degrees today, and believe me, I think we're going to get to 30 degrees. Barbara's prediction 29. So we will see how the rest of the day pans out. We really will. It is Wednesday, officially middle of the week. March the 2nd here at Galaxy, and Shania Twain, yes, she owns property down in Queenstown, here in New Zealand. Yeah, she does. You'd be surprised who you run into down there. In the meantime, let me do this.
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and well, I got to welcome along everybody that's joining us this morning on Facebook Live. Absolutely brilliant to have you guys along this morning, and believe me, I'm absolutely excited. But first of all, got to say hi to everybody that's all hooked in with Rise Up TV, Big Record, Sony Music, The Orchard. You guys are just irreplaceable. You really are, and it's so good to be in association with you guys. But in the meantime, let me do this.
Another indie artist interview brought to you by Galaxy 107 FM in association with Rise Up TV, Big Record, and Sony Music, The Orchard.
That's right. We are so happy to be in association with Rise Up TV, Big Record, and of course Sony Music, The Orchard. Now, today I am absolutely elated, folks. I really, really am, because we're catching up with a good friend of ours, Dawn Rix, coming out of West Virginia. And, you know her. You do. You request her music all the time. Don't blame you. Here's Dawn Rix with Don't Let the Makeup Fool You. So, Dawn, that gives us a couple of minutes to get to know each other again.
Okay.
And did I hear you say your son's name was Steve?
My son's name is Stephen, and my daughter's name is Leanna.
Nice. I didn't think you were old enough to have kids.
Oh, yeah, I have 3 grandbabies, too.
Well, you're definitely not old enough for that.
Oh, boy, yeah.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear. So, Stephen, he's a very, 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 very special young man, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He's got is he autistic?
Yes, he is autistic, and he has intermittent explosive disorder. So I'm not sure if you know what that is or not.
No, I'm kind of scared now. Does he blow up well?
Well, what'll happen is it's almost like a seizure episode, but it's more of a aggression kind of thing, and you just don't know when it's going to happen.
Okay.
So he could be perfectly fine and happy and singing along in the car, and something just kind of click, and then he has outbursts and aggression and a lot of things. Sometimes it gets a little horrific for that time period, and then when it's all done, he's very remorseful, and then it's as if it never happened.
Well, Dawn, when those dark times come along for yourself, just remember, down here on the other side of the world, there's people that love you.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that, and sometimes it can be a struggle. Let me tell you, it's difficult.
Dawn, one of my ex-wives used to have a
sounds good, doesn't it?
yeah, it's the truth though. Used to have a over-up syndrome sister, like Down syndrome, almost identical,
Yeah.
but it's flipped around again. And she used to scream 23 hours of the day continuously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I know
Yeah.
the stresses in having very, very special people in our lives. I do, and I think you're a hero.
Oh, well, thank you. Some days I feel like I'm doing a good job, and I feel like I'm his lifeline, and then there's other times when I struggle and feel like I could probably do a whole lot more if it was possible, but I get exhausted easy.
I get it. Let's go to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and such a pleasure to have everybody joining us this morning, especially Sean. Nice to have you back, Sean Simpson. It really is. We love you, darling. We really do. Lisa Saunders is watching as well. Looking forward to meeting you a little later on today in our very special meeting with staff from Rise Up TV and, of course, Big Record and Sony Music, The Orchard. So looking forward to catching up with you guys. Couple of hours away, yeah. Now, today we're talking to a good friend of ours, Dawn Rix. Now, Dawn, I have a lot of time for Dawn. I really, really do. She's an artist, a singer-songwriter, of course, recording artist at that, by the way, an author, a veteran, a former hairstylist, I think, nowadays, and MUA autism advocate. Now, believe me, I don't know how she finds the time and all of that to record music. I really, really don't, and she does it so well. Welcome back, Dawn.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Well, believe me, we absolutely love your work. Now, I've got to be honest with you, we've known each other a little while now. We really, really have. And since the last time we've caught up, these people here, what we call the Galaxy Faithful, the audio audience that we have, haven't stopped requesting your music. They just love you.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Wow, that's awesome. That's really, really good. Thank you.
Believe me, you're holding your own here with us. You really are. Terry Van Cannon is on board again. Makeup always fools a man. Wishing Dawn all the best. Terry, you're a little for wearing makeup, aren't you, bro? Gosh. Yeah, oh dear. Next we'll be shipping you off to Queensland in Australia. Dawn, there's a place down the South Island called Queenstown, and there's a place in Australia called Queensland. Now the difference is Queenstown is where all the A-listers go to get away from the paparazzi, take the significant other, all that sort of stuff. It's a little boutique-y town come city, whereas in Queensland, in Australia, I'm sure that's the place where all the men wear dresses, high heels, handbags, and drive fast in women's clothing. You may notice that we have a love-hate relationship between New Zealand and Australia.
Great.
Yeah, we love to hate. No, I'm not saying that. But also, Dawn, and I'm sure I've said this to you in the past, that we would love to have you down here in New Zealand, playing in front of New Zealand audiences. Given the period of history that we're in right now, we would still, and do still want to make that happen. But believe me, as I said, you don't really know who you're going to run into down in Queenstown, but you don't want to run into me.
I would love to come there sometime. I would love to come here and do a show as soon as I could.
Believe me, we want to be able to have you performing on stages in front of Kiwi audiences. We will share you with Australia. Don't get me wrong, we will. Only because we like their money, right?
They like ours more.
And we love Dawn. There you go. So, having said, but I got to be honest, if you do run into me, Dawn, down in Queenstown, I'll throw you off a bridge.
Why would you throw me off the bridge?
Because I have a friend down there that brought this sport to New Zealand called bungee jumping.
Ah, okay.
Okay?
Very cool.
Now you get the plan. But believe me, you're not Australian. We'll attach the bungee.
I would do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, nice. And if you want me to go with you, no worries. Believe me, I've done it many times, and kind of addictive, to be honest. Once you get past, the first 50 times, you're good at it. Believe me, lots of fun. Now, Dawn, we opened up the show today with "Don't Let the Makeup Fool You." Give me the skinny on this. What's going on?
Okay, well, I'm not quite sure what exactly you want to know, but it's a perfect description of me. A lot of people didn't know I was in the military, and a jack of all trades. I kind of do it all. So when Darlene Fowler of MC1 Nashville, she selected that song for me when I won one of their showcases. And so I won a single released, and that was the song we selected and recorded and put it out there. And it seems to be a favorite of most of the women I know, because looks can be deceiving, and it's perfect. Don't let the makeup fool you. There's a lot of strong women out there.
Now, you mentioned that you're a veteran. Now, I want to know about this because I'm a former Air Force man myself. I've done my time in the Air Force. What was the armed services you were in? Was it the Air Force?
Yes, I was a medical service specialist in the Air Force, and I served for the 167th West Virginia Air National Guard Unit. It was probably the best thing I ever did in my life and my most proudest moments.
Very cool. I was sort of like a warrant officer, if you can understand that, in the Air Force. I did 5 years in there, and well, then I got kicked out. I was drunk. Yeah, I spent a bit of time in another camp, 6 months in fact, and then they sort of took all my decorations off me that I was so proudly displaying, and showed me the road. In fact, I didn't even get a ride. I had to hitchhike.
Well, thank you for your service.
Believe me, I am a returned serviceman, though. I must admit that, and that does stand. But believe me, I've never seen service. I never have. What I saw was actually a roller. They gave me a roller, and I had to go up and down an airfield in Fiji. But as long as I had my rifle with me, I'm classed as a returned serviceman.
Oh my goodness! And hey, here's a funny correlation with the song "Don't Let the Makeup Fool You." When I was in basic training, of course the TIs were tough on us, and they always made fun of me as beauty queen. So they said I was. They would sing "There She Is, Miss America" when I would walk through the chow line. They said I got promoted from beauty queen to latrine queen. So, my job was cleaning toilets, It was just so funny, just the correlation between the two. And then back home, my family teased me and said I had traded in my high heels for combat boots.
Well, yeah,
And,
okay, I get that. But did you ever wash the floor with a toothbrush?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yes.
Nice to see traditions haven't changed anywhere in the world.
Not at all. Not at all. We're folding T-shirts in like 3-inch squares and fix your locker exactly how it was supposed to be, just for them to come in the middle of the night and slam the door and everything go everywhere. Oh yeah, it was great.
Yeah, absolutely. And you become a master at short sheeting people's beds, don't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And a little mop and glow to shine your boots is a lot quicker than buffing them out.
Absolutely. I get it. I really do. Now, at the same time, you're an author. Now, tell me about this, because I do actually have a friend. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the band Autograph from back in the day, Turn Up the Radio. A friend of mine, he's former lead guitarist for that, Steve Lynch. He's just written a book. He's getting it, I think he's getting it released very, very shortly. Now, tell me about your experience as being an author.
Okay, so about a year ago, I was invited to be part of an anthology, or I don't know the right word for it. I think I just messed that up. But anyway, part of a book where different contributors put in their part for Roots Against Racism, Why I Stand. And I was asked to participate. And that book got published, and it's available on Amazon.com. And it was very, very a wonderful experience, and I'm so flattered that my friend Teresa Holmes, who is a storyteller, author, wonderful person, invited me to be a part of that. The fact that it got published, we were able to now say I'm an author, but I really am. I have written my whole life, whether it be a senior class poem or songwriting, but I'm literally working on some children's books, and a little children's series anyway, and then as a joke, which might come to life, I always wanted to write a book called Ripley Himself Would Not Believe It. And simply talk about daily life and the struggles and the overcoming, the craziness that you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. And then just, the struggles and then making it through, just kind of digging your heels in and putting the big girl panties on and keep striving through.
Very, very cool, my friend. I couldn't write a book if you paid me. Literally, I couldn't. Laurie Hartman is on board. Nice to have you back, Laurie. I did an interview with Laurie just the other day, actually. Love her work. She's a talented lady in her own right. Very, very cool lady. And Anne-Marie Shea is on board. Hello, darling. Nice.
I love her.
Yeah.
She's so talented. She's so talented. I watch her live sometimes. When she used to go on and do those, I would jump in and check her out and cheer her on. I love her. She's a good girl.
Very cool. At the same time, Dawn, you're a good friend of Michelle Lee's, aren't you?
Well, I wouldn't say good friend, but we have crossed paths several times. I've wished her well. I admire her hard work. I love her music. She's absolutely gorgeous, and I just love her work ethic and her heart. And I would love to collaborate with her one day, actually. And we have a mutual friend, D Rock, and you guys know D Rock. So I would love for all of us to kind of jump on board and come out there and do a big show for you, which would be really cool. They're all good people. Good people.
And we might even throw Lee Newton in the mix there as well. And
Lee Newton, she is tearing it up. I tell you what, I think last year she outworked all of us.
Literally.
To be quite honest, I really do. Last year, I believe that she really did outwork all of us.
Yeah, and speaking of Michelle Lee, got to pass love on to Roger as well. What a wonderful man he is. Now, Dawn, do you drink a little?
Do I drink a little? Well, occasionally.
Okay.
I might have a glass of wine, or if that's what you're going for. I love my song, Just Give Me the Bottle, and it advertises a little bit of Fireball, so I would be totally lying if I didn't say on occasion we toss back a little Fireball and celebrate whatever's going on.
So tell me about this. Where did the lyrics come from to Give Me the Bottle?
Okay, well, it's called Just Give Me the Bottle, and I didn't write that one. I wish I did. Some friends of mine in West Virginia did. Doug Beatty and Alan Case. They, hold on one second. I'm thinking. Can you still hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, okay. All right, because my phone was breaking up. I'm like, what's happening? Anyway, they allowed me to record that song, and I just loved it because it just was that high energy, end of the week, toss your worries away, just give me the bottle and let's, forget all of our troubles kind of thing. I'm not sure what encouraged them to write it, but I think if you listen to the song carefully, you could probably figure that one out.
Very cool. Once we come back from this, I have a question from Rosalie, who is coming out of Cairns, Australia, and I'll ask that question right after this. But right now, here is Dawn Rix, and Just Give Me the Bottle. Oh dear, it's hot in here. What's the temperature like over there?
Not too bad. It's a beautiful day here.
Okay.
Probably 60-some degrees. It's beautiful out.
Okay. Well, here, if we convert it over to Fahrenheit, it's 71.
Oh, nice.
But if you add 10 degrees for the computers and the heat that's inside here, moisty. And we have Kiwi air conditioning here, Dawn. It's called Open the Damned Window.
Yeah, open the window.
It really is. Dear. Got any good jokes for me?
Oh, ones that I can't let you air on the radio, but
It'll be on Facebook Live.
I have a lot of good ones.
Okay. Well, I tell you what,
I'll,
I can give you unfortunately it's borderline dad joke, but I can give you
Okay.
a good one. Why did the turkey cross the road?
I don't know.
To prove he wasn't chicken.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I'll let you read that one out.
That was good.
You can have that one. You really can. So, I want to know about this 1988 pre-inaugural presidential ceremony. Did you actually get to meet that then presidential candidate?
No, we couldn't get close enough. No way. But I was there with my show choir, and we were part of America Sings, the project. And we were there the same time Larry Gatlin and the Gatlin brothers were there. The Beach Boys. I'm trying to think of who else was there. There were several people there. But it was so cool to be in D.C. and to be part of the festivities. Of course, no one could get close to, the president at the time. But, when you're in high school and stuff, you don't really appreciate that moment. But then to go back and look at the stuff I've covered over the years, you start to go, whoa, that was pretty significant. I should have paid more attention. Yeah,
Believe
that
me,
was pretty cool.
Believe me, I know what that's like. My parents, when the then princess, now queen, came to New Zealand, she went to a little town just down the road from where I lived called Greymouth. And my parents actually got chosen out of the crowd to go and meet this lady privately later on. Mate, all I could see was guys with umbrellas. That's the only thing I'm 5 years of age, that's all I took away from it. Not the fact that I actually got to see the then princess.
Galaxy.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today we're talking to Dawn Rix, coming out of West Virginia, and it's an absolute pleasure to catch up with Dawn again. Now, at the same time, I do have a question from Rosalie coming out of Cairns, and she's asking, Dawn, what is the pinnacle of your career? What is the defining moment of your career that you hold more special than anything else?
I would say, honestly, there's two now. Probably being able to sing at the Opry for the Dr. Ralph Stanley tribute show. Stepping onto that circle and singing a song in his honor was just an opportunity of a lifetime, thanks to Darlene Fowler. And that same evening, I got to meet Trisha Yearwood and Garth Brooks because his daughter, Allie Colleen, she sang also. That there was, I woke up the next morning asking my sister if I was still alive because I was like, pinch me, because did this really happen, The other thing is, my whole life, I've always wanted to record something I've written. And this year I was able to do that. And not just a Christmas song, but I was able to record Tennessee in My Mill. And that song there, I think that's kind of my baby, my heart, and more of my anthem describing my life and my journey in my music career.
Dawn, if we had a little bit more time, unfortunately we don't, I would love to be able to throw that in. So my question for you, Dawn, is, seeing this pandemic thing's going on right now, are you recording more, are you writing more, and are you releasing more new work right now?
Yes, actually, a lot of people were probably stopped in their tracks with the pandemic and everything. And I, closed my hair salon of 30 years. The band disassembled. And literally, I just dug into writing more and recording and trying to put some more music out there. And during that time, I was signed to Eminent music as an artist and a writer for a publishing deal. So a lot of good stuff came out of it, and I even have a new single that's going to be coming out here in another month or two that I record vocals just a couple weeks. So I've stayed very busy, and at a time when it could have just kind of halted everything, I took advantage of that time to just make music and help relate. You know, music is healing, and we all needed an out. And my goodness, if they would have stripped us of the opportunity to keep making music, I mean, our venues were closed, concerts were canceled, our incomes went down. So if we weren't able to continue that creativity, we probably would all be insane. So luckily, we were blessed and to be able to continue on doing what we love. And now you're getting to see and enjoy the work that we put behind it.
Now, Dawn, very, very quickly, what I was leading to right there is if you are going to be releasing brand spanking new music, and I do want to do the Mile song in the very, very near future, will you come back again?
Absolutely. Definitely.
We'd love to release new music for you and follow you. As you know, you're a good friend of ours. Follow your career, how you're going, everything like that. Absolutely love that. We really, really do. Unfortunately, we're going to have to move on a little bit, but please, Dawn, don't go anywhere just yet. Because we're going to do a few crazy photos, stuff like that, if you know what I mean. But in the meantime, I must do this.
Another indie artist interview brought to you by Galaxy107fm in association with Rise Up TV, Big Record and Sony Music Do Watch It.
Yes, and so proud to be in association with Rise Up TV, so Sony Music The Orchard as well, and Big Record. Now, for those of you that are going to watch this a little later on over in YouTube, you know what to do, right? No, you do. You really do. Sub, thumb, bell. Bingo. Bell notifications. Yeah, when important people like Dawn Rix joins us, get epileptic with that thumb thing. Dare ya. And don't forget, subscribe. Go on. Have a very happy and successful day. We will see you back here very, very shortly. Believe me, you're going to love this, because Ken Valdez is going to be joining us out of Minneapolis. That's the place where they hold the races, I think. Anyway, hang in there. But in the meantime...